3d6 down the line.
Okay, episode 37 in the books.
Nice.
Welcome to the Detox, everybody.
Yeah.
So that was our first.
Fought shadows and killed them, dude. That's amazing.
That was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was very happy to have y'all's muscle. That's for sure.
Yeah,
This is 2 sessions in a row where we actually like fought things and won, and like
Let's not
weren't
get
like
cocky.
on death's door.
Yeah, no.
my dice rolls were super bad for that. I mean,
They were.
I got
and
close
I'm
a couple
thankful
times.
for that.
Yeah, they're not nice whenever they hit. Interesting thing, you've met shadows, I think, a couple of times. They're not undead, which I didn't know until I appeared at the OSE stats.
I also didn't know that until they succeeded in not being turned.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, funny
That's a
coincidence though is when I was running my kids' 5e game today, I attacked them with shadows,
Oh, yeah?
and that was really nasty because do they have a strength drain in this game too, John?
Yeah, it's strength drain. Yeah.
So awful.
But I don't know. Like, are they undead in 5th edition or later editions?
Well, I know they take radiant. They're vulnerable to radiant damage, so that's what I assume they would. But my kids' group is not running with a cleric, so that didn't really matter.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Dummies.
Yeah. So yeah, you got that gigantic loot haul. I mean,
Oh my god.
it's
I,
there.
Wow.
I hate you guys so much for that. I'm just gonna say,
Baby.
I hate you guys so much.
I know you do. I feel you. I love you. I get it.
Dude, that one necklace is worth more than we took away from the Ruby throne room.
Guys,
I
I
know.
love you. I love you all, and this is gonna be so annoying because no one likes and I told you so. But when I said we go to a new place without resolving the storage situation, we're gonna find shit we want, and getting it back is gonna be 10 times harder. I could not have found a worse scenario for that hypothetical. The one that just landed, and I don't know if John already knew, but I was cackling internally.
At the same time,
Yeah,
none
yeah.
of the storage things that we had looked
for
at
sure,
as
for
reasonable
sure.
possibilities would have helped us here at all.
No,
And
True.
like
None of
the thing that kept striking me is like, okay, yeah, we make like ants that have found the sugar bowl, right? And we're like, and we're like sneaking back and forth. You got to think like it's not just like random encounters too. It's those
Roger the
scholars
rapier.
that are on that tower, right? And not even Roger the Rapier. Those scholar guys are on that tower looking out, and they can see all around there. Like, if we're
I honestly think the
traipsing-
best would. Yeah, sorry, Matt.
you know, I was just saying, if we're traipsing in and out of there with regularity,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's incredibly visible, and,
Yeah.
and it's going to
Well,
get.
I honestly think the way we have to handle this is we have to hire like the cohort and get like
Yes. I had the same
a
thought.
fucking pack mule like situation, like a train of mules to basically haul this crap down to Gosterwick, and just skip the Broken Head entirely and go to Gosterwick, and that's the only way I can think that we handle this like responsibly.
Yeah, kind of stay clear of all that northern stuff at all.
Yeah.
Just bring the
Because-
mules up, go across the bridges, and kind of go the way that we did.
Yeah.
But again, that could make the dragon get hungry, right? Like if he
Hey,
sees
man,
like that
if that
much
dragon
stuff.
shows up, we can buy it off. I bet.
If I were John in
Blood
that
Bowl.
scenario, I shouldn't say it. If I were John in that scenario, raiding the caravan would be a great random encounter,
Sure.
right? Like, which is what you're getting at. It's like it's a precarious situation.
And look at John taking notes.
No,
It's
it's a fun like that is another example of like a seemingly innocuous event finding loot turning into like an emergent narrative possibility, right? Like that becomes whatever it may become. Not that John, please don't do that. No, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's a fun
it's a
thing.
possible thing. No, it's all like I know it's annoying for you guys, but this is it's sort of like there's never just we get a ton of treasure and then it's just all upsides. There's always a price. There's always some sort of consequence. That's what's it's risk versus reward in the classic sense, in the classic old school way. Is I remember. Like we had an episode of Dolmenwood called the problem with loot, which to a lesser extent was the exact same thing. It was like, how do you get this shit back? That's always the problem. It's like you get all this cool stuff, and it's like I don't know how to get it. Like, what are we going to do with it? And this is so much stuff that it's much more. It's not even like, yes, you'll get the XP, which is like really really sweet, but as far as the actual util value of the coins in the world, like, what are you going to do with all that, right? Like, you know, first of all, it's all extremely heavy, hard to move. You're a moving target the entire time. And are there people in Gosterwick who are, you can unload that amount of ancient gold on? You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's tough to say, you know. Now, you know, there's one person that you probably know that you could probably unload it on. But
I was gonna say there's exactly one person we can unload it on, and that's a decision to cross.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
My initial
Interesting
thought
stuff,
though
yeah.
too was because the money is the money itself isn't really the issue, is like making like powerful allies by giving like the jewelry, whatever, gifting it to what's her name, the lady of Gosterwick. I always forget her name.
That's my feet. Or the lady Ariel or whatever her name is.
Seriously, it's like banging. Hey, you're trying. She's trying to look more regal. She's trying to get like more like of that. Like, granted, it's not one of the artifacts that she's looking for, but come on, dude. You know,
Amazing.
like here's rich. We'll drape you in riches, and you know, maybe you give us like a storeroom in the tower or something like that, and it will loan you money when you need it for your armies or whatever. You know, like we literally have game changing wealth available to us at this point. I was not joking. I think strongholds are like 100,000 GP, right? Like, isn't that basically like kind of like the bailiwick?
It's
right?
in that realm. You're piecemealing it
in that
together,
realm,
but yeah. But
We're
yeah,
like we're almost there.
yeah.
We
Well,
need a few more levels, but
you
can
have precisely
love it.
0 right now, but yeah.
Yeah,
use
this
that
is
money to build a vault or something somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
But,
a lot of really
but
fun creative options. Yeah.
the leverage thing is like we were talking about this last time, is that's a very smart way to look at all this kind of stuff, right? It's just not like the price list of things that you can buy with that amount of money, but just the sheer fact that it's it's just the unit of measure is shitload. It's a shitload of money. What can you do with this shitload of money? How can you push and pull the factions and stuff like that? It's kind of a smart way to look at it, I think. You do whatever you want.
Really funny is on the 3rd of the next month, whatever comes after Ligarios, I don't know, but on the 3rd, the Thesma fleet owes us 100 gold pieces for our share of the Arden Vader.
Oh, good. Yeah, I would have forgotten about that.
We're like, 100 gold, whatever. I got 85,000 Solari. Go on.
We could start our own mercenary company. We could buy the Wine Dark cohort. They could be permanently our mercenary company. You know,
We could buy the broken head.
we could buy the
all
broken
viable
head
options.
and actually turn it into an actual stronghold.
I hear the
stronghold,
broken
but
head. Yeah, the broken head is for sale cheap.
I mean, there might. This is a Matt. This is a great point, though, right? Like, how do we take advantage of all of these things in play? All of a sudden, this is really cool.
They were looking to sell.
Back it in our face,
And then we kick Roger the Rapier out, and he's no longer allowed to stay there.
You guys are so
Hilarious.
anti-Roger the Rapier. I don't understand it.
I'm sorry, John.
We're
You
like the
really
nicest
played him
people.
that way. Like, basically, part four, part two.
I love it.
You've
But
done
again,
nothing wrong.
The challenge is, can we actually hold on to this, right? And that's the fun part. Yeah.
We'll see what
It's
happens.
exciting. We'll see what
Anyways.
happens.
Crazy.
All right, so we'll call it a night for the night. We have actually one pretty cool announcement for everyone. It's a long time out, so we're talking months about in March. But we all managed to snag tickets to GaryCon this year. So if you're watching this far in the future, we're talking about GaryCon 16, which is going to be taking place in 2024 in March, 50th anniversary of D&D. It is the GaryCon to be at. And it's likely, not 100%, but likely that all 5 of us will be on site. So it is sort of a mini reunion for us in person. It's been a long time since we've been together.
Very long time.
And
Yeah.
of course, we want all of you who are watching to be able to attend. So I would snag a badge if you can, because they do have a hard cap at only a few thousand people, which makes it a nice, really cool, intimate, old school con. And we would love to meet some of the fans and some of the community members and possibly game with you. Would be super, super rad and fun. And it was very cool for me on a personal level, because I went last year just by myself, and we actually, I guess, had a couple people come up to me and recognize me from 3d6 DTL, which is really awesome, very gratifying. So I would love to have more of that.
Yeah.
So we're very much looking forward to it. So we'll obviously be talking more about that on social media as the date approaches. But we locked down our badges, and we are going. So we're very excited about that.
Super excited. Excited.
Check your weather apps before you make a big plan to visit Wisconsin in March. For those of you who don't know about Wisconsin,
What?
Yeah.
Nobody said it was in March.
Yes,
in Wisconsin.
You do need a windshield scraper, heavy coat.
Yeah.
But
more importantly, I'm going to be trying to find the games that will annoy John the absolute most to make him play.
Fantastic.
Oh,
So
perfect.
Just all 5e all day long. It'd be great.
No. We're gonna do some LARPing. We're gonna go LARPing, LARPing through the woods.
Little mind's eye theater. Great.
We do that, man. Poor Argus is going to freeze in the cold and die. I don't want to do that.
I turn into Krynos form.
As long as you attack the darkness, my friend.
Attack the darkness. All right, cool.
Man.
So yeah, something to look forward to. All right,
Cool.
all right. Bedtime, right? I gotta do some freaking editing here.